Hello family, our movie begins with a male and two girls, all of whom are siblings. He is not named in the movie. As a result, the male brother and elder sister will be referred to as elder and younger. All three have a younger sister. We're listening to an audio tape in a room where the meaning of these English terms is being taught, but the tape reveals that the meaning is being conveyed incorrectly. That C stands for a wooden chair. After the audio is finished, the younger one says that all three of us should play a new game together in which they all put their hands under the hot water tap and whoever removes his hand last wins. So the elder wonders how we'll know the last person who removed the hand and what the name of this game is, which younger admits she doesn't know. The next day, we see his father driving home to a girl named Christina, who is seated in his car. Christina, on the other hand, had her blindfolded since he didn't want Christina to know the address of his residence. After some time, the father parks his car within a perimeter, and his house is also within this boundary. When the father arrives, he removes Christina's blindfold. After, he brings her to his sons and brother's room and leaves. They leave the room after this. Both the brother and Christina begin to have sexual relations. Now, try to explain a few points so you understand what is going on. In truth, the parents have imprisoned all three siblings within the confines of the house, and those persons have never left since childhood, and the parents lied to their children about the dangers of crossing outside the boundaries, and all three of them have not crossed the boundary of this house to date. As a result, they have little knowledge of the outside world. They only understand what their parents tell them. Theirs also gave him the tape at the start of the movie, and the parents maintain complete control over their offspring. Whatever he says, these three follow through without hesitation. Only the father is a man in this entire family who leaves, and he also leaves the house in his car. They also do not take any steps outside. However, their father works at his factory and Christina works as a security. Christina is frequently brought to their father's house that she can be personalized with his son and satisfy his sexual cravings, and he compensates Christina for this, and subsequently, they are acquainted. Christina encounters the elder. She shows her hairband, which sparkles in the dark. The elder is unaware of this because her parents did not inform her of anything. He invites Christina to stay till dinner, but Christina insists on leaving until their father returns to drop Christina at home. All three spend their days listening to cassettes or learning new skills. When they do a good job, they are rewarded with stickers. Otherwise, the father punishes them, and the parents have not given themselves a name. All three tell the father that they need some vital items provided and that they will have to perform even better as a result. After that, everyone settles in to watch the video. Nothing was on TV in their house, and all they did was watch some of his old videotapes again and over. The next day, after cleaning the father's car, the brother began conversing with the bushes along the house's perimeter. Actually, they were told that one of their brothers lived on that side of the bushes, and the brother then began hurling stones on that side. It is witnessed by his parents, and the sibling is punished. Following that, the father returns to at home. She informs the younger elder that she has a stomach ache and begins treating her. That is, they must administer their own treatment because they are unfamiliar with the doctor. The elder then informs the younger that she received a new sedative today, and we both smell it, and whoever wakes up first wins. Then they both pass out. The father had informed everyone in the factory that his wife was in a wheelchair after smelling the medicine, so she never came. No one knew about his children. There is only one telephone in the house, which is used by the mother to call the father whenever she speaks on the phone, so the elder hears her from outside, but he has no idea what a telephone is, so the elder feels that the mother talks to herself. The father, on the other hand, travels to the dog training center when the manufacturing work is done. He wishes to purchase a well-trained dog, see how he, like his children, is under their influence. However, there was still time for his dog to be trained. That is why father returns home. The father removes the wrapper from whatever he brings home so that no one within the house can read it. Then, for one day at home, all three play the mother-finding game. After a while, the elder covertly throws bread for the brother at the bushes since he, too, believed his sibling hiding behind the bushes. The next day, the father returns Christina to his home. Christina requested that they lick her private parts this time, but the brother does not like this. This is why it does not. Following this, Christina informs the elder that she can donate her hairband in exchange for licking the private portion. The elder then agrees to this. After that, the elder licks Christina's private parts. The elder is also curious, so she hands the hairband to the younger, who then licks her shoulder. The elder fights with the brother over a toy plant and throws it at the border, after which the elder gets beaten. When brother's father arrives, he informs them about which was about 2 feet away from the boundary, but the father still gets out of the car to carry it, and he brings the plane inside the house from within the car. The following day, The brother notices a cat in the garden. First time he had seen an animal. As a result, everyone becomes terrified, and the brother kills the cat. The mother contacts the father and informs him of the situation, and then the father has an idea. Before entering the house, he rips off all of his clothes and paints himself red. He then returns home and tells the children that a cat attacked him today and that he has done it this time. He also informs them that the cat killed his brother. In reality, the father was scaring his children into not crossing the line. Following this, the father instructs everyone to bark like a dog so that the next time he can scare the cat away at night. The mother informs the father that she is pregnant with twins. The father approaches the 3 children and instructs them to stay underwater for as long as possible. In this case, the elder wins. The father then informs her that your assistants will give birth to 2 twins and a dog. As a result, you must improve your prince. The following day, the plane flies through which these children believe was a toy plane. The father then throws some fish into the pool, which the elder misidentifies as a shark. The father then comes and kills him. In the evening, the father informs his children that when his dog's tooth broke, it signaled that his top teeth ache, which would never happen until they were old. Following that, everyone dances to a song that the father claims belonged to his grandfather. However, it is the father who enters the other room and sings the song. Christina tells the brother the next day that she saw him in her dream. He was with his father and appeared to be a zombie. Now, the brother has no idea what the term zombie means. That's why he asks his mother what zombie means. So his mother informs him that a small yellow flower is known as a zombie. Christina returns to the elder to have herself licked. This time, however, she desired something different. Then she records Christina's tape, which is from a Hollywood movie. Christina also agrees. The elder watches those movies at night, but suddenly father arrives. My elder justifies her actions. However, parent learns about the flicks, then he disciplines her as well. The elder approaches the younger and informs her that she has chosen the name Russo. Here, the father goes to his residence and beats her severely in order to give her movies. Then, as the parents go to their room that night, there comes the sound of the brother shouting. So the elder lies about a cat hitting the brother with a hammer, but she actually hit the brother with a hammer. The father tells the mother alone must cease bringing Christina here from now on, and he can't bring any other new girl here instead of him since it's too dangerous. That is why those individuals decide that the brother will only be intimate with his elder sister. Following that, the mother prepares the elder, and the brother becomes familiar with the elder. The elder sneaks into her mother's room the next day and checks her phone. The father informs her that today is their wedding anniversary and that he will celebrate Jewel. In the evening, the brother plays guitar and both sisters dance, but elder dances for a long period to demonstrate her maturity. Elder hoped her Dogtooth would soon so she could go out like her father, so she goes to the restroom and breaks 2 of her teeth. Then she hides in car trunk. When father goes to the bathroom, he pours blood and teeth. They then look for elder both inside and outside of the house, but he is nowhere to be located because she was hiding in the car trunk. The brother and sister have been informed that Cat has murdered the elder. That's why they never leave the confines of their home. The father goes to work the next day. As is customary, he'd park the car outside the factory and walk inside. The elder emerges from the trunk and discovers the truth about the world, or she suffocates inside the trunk and dies. This is how our movie ends. We didn't know what happened after the elder came out of her house. Leave us a comment on how you found this movie. See you in the next video. We hope that you enjoy your time and have a good day.